In this episode, I'm going to show you important things that you need to know in Microsoft Word. In this video, I'm going to talk about 3 important things. That's the first one. We'll talk about formatting text, how to change the text, the bold, the italics, the underline fonts, and so on. And then the second one, we're talking about numbering in Microsoft Word and how to use the bulletins in Microsoft Word. These are the 3 important things that we will be discussing in this video. Now let's start formatting the text. For example, we type something before we start formatting. Now let's start typing Abzane Digital World. So we have our word here. If you want to format this text, we have different fonts and styles in this side. So the first thing is that you see we have this capital A, which means to increase the size. That's the grow font. So when you press this one, the size of the font will keep on increasing after you select the font. As you can see, then we have this one, shrink font, or to reduce the font. And then by this side, we have what we call the change case. You can change this case from sentence case to lowercase, uppercase, and so on. For example, if you select lowercase, you see that it turns to small letters. You can change it back to uppercase and it's now in capital letters, or you can change it to sentence case and this will be like how it will look in a sentence. And then close to it, we have what we call the font text, the font color. So the font color will automatically change the color of your font. As you can see, we have different colors. And then next to this one, we have some 3 important things here, which indicates by B, I, and U. So this B is bold. That's to make your handwriting bold, as you can see here. And then this I is italics. It usually used to italize the selected text, as you can see. And then we have this U, which means underline. So when you press it, it will automatically underline your text. And you can also use your shortcut keys on the keyboard to perform these tasks by highlighting this text and Ctrl B, which will make the text bold, and then we have Ctrl I to italize your selected word, and then Ctrl U to underline the text. And then next to it, we have what we call the font color. I've talked about this. And then we have what we call the alignment. As you can see, we have the left alignment, which will take your words, your sentence, your characters from the middle to the left. And then we have the right alignment. It will take your characters to the right, as you can see. And then we have the center alignment, which will take your characters to the middle of your document. And then you can also use the shortcut keys in performing these particular tasks. For example, Ctrl E is center alignment, Ctrl L will take it to the left, and then Ctrl R will take it to the right. And then apart from this, we have the font type or the font style. You can see it here. You can change the font, the one you like. We have Times New Roman, we have Arial, we have Agency FB, we have Algerian, and so on. So depending on what you want, you can select your font type here. And then we have the font size. You see, we have the font size. We have different font size to choose in this document. And then apart from this, we have what we call the font style. It's very important. As you can see, the font styles are here. So you can choose the font style you want depending on what you want to see on your document. And then we'll talk about the numbering. The numbering is also important on Microsoft Word. How do you number in Microsoft Word? Now, when you want to start numbering, the first thing you do is you press 1 and then you put full stop. You put full stop and then you enter or you press the spacebar key. When you press the spacebar key, the computer will start numbering automatically. Now, for instance, let's type some softwares that are used in computer. Now let's start with Microsoft Word. When you press enter, the computer will continue automatically numbering. As you can see, Excel, enter, PowerPoint, enter, CorelDRAW, enter, and that's how you keep on doing it. You don't have to do it manually. And then we have the numbering. The numbering is also important. As you can see, we have the bulletin. We talk about the numbering, and then we have the bulletins. When you come here after the numbering, we have the bulletins. As you can see, we have different bullets. We have the circle dot, we have the cycle, we have the box, we have the 4 dots, and we have the good, as you can see. So depending on what you like, you can choose the word you want and you start typing. When you type, for example, you press enter, the computer will automatically keep on bulleting for you. So you don't have to do it manually as well, just like the way you used to do the numbering. So as you can see, that's how it is used. And then apart from this, I want to show you something important that I forgot to mention earlier, is the page layout. The page layout, as you can see, we have very important points here that you need to know. Here we have margins, the normal margins, narrow margins, and moderate. These are used before you start typing your document. And then we have orientation. Orientation is how your paper will look while typing. We have the landscape mode, as you can see. And then we have the what we call the portrait mode. And then we have size. We have letter, tabloid, legal, statement, and we have A4. So most of the times we use A4 when typing a document. And we have columns. We have 2 columns, we have 3 columns. These are used when typing different columns in a single page. And then we have breaks, we have line numbers, and then we have hypertension. And in next video we'll talk about these breaks and line numbers and hypertension in our next video in details. And then we have the watermark. The watermark is used when typing a confidential document that you want to produce a watermark on your documents. And then we have the page color, which means different colors to choose for your document. As you can see, we have different colors. And then we have the page borders. The page borders are borders that you can use on your document. As you can see, we have different borders. We have box, we have shadow, we have 3D, and we have many other ones. So you come here and you choose your borders and then you press OK. So you see we have our borders in our Microsoft Word document. So if you have any question, you are free to ask in the comment section, and people that are watching on Telegram, you can send a message directly to ask your questions. So in our next episode, that's episode 5, is going to be our last episode, and I will try as much as I can to explain so many things in details on Microsoft Word. And in next series, that's in Microsoft Excel, we'll start a video from episode 1 to episode 5 on Microsoft Excel. And after that, we'll start discussing or talking about graphic design and how to use Canva and other software editing for people to make it easy for them in editing and making graphic designs. So thank you, and see you in our next video.